Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Today we are going to take a trip back in time because, just to show you guys a little bit of the camera mediums that I used to shoot on. Some of the camera mediums is pretty much like, I'll show you guys here in a second. Alright, so the first camera I've had is this one that I took apart. This one does not work anymore for various reasons. And the part in mention is actually missing. The USB part to this is missing. So basically, this camera is no good anymore, but this used to shoot in pretty much 480p video. It was good for the time, and I was able to shoot video, just standard def video with this thing. Also, if I were to fix this thing and use it, it probably wouldn't last very long, basically because it's made out of very cheap plastic. I mean, the cheapest plastic you could probably get, but there's the LCD panel right there. There's the board and the chips, etc. It wasn't a bad camera. I mean, it was a cheap Chinese-made camera, but for the time it shot very good video, very sharp video. It had sharpness settings, it had brightness settings, it had everything that went along with it. The next medium that I moved on to, which I do not have anymore, which is a LG Marquee. I used to shoot video on that cell phone. If you look back on the YouTube channel, you might be able to find some of the video that I did on that cell phone. It did shoot very good video, but in the audio, there is a high pitch kind of shrill in there a little bit. And then after that, I moved on to various cell phones that I don't have anymore, etc. And then I moved on to this. This has been the camera that I shot most of my videos with. Up until I had this cell phone, which is a ZTE Prelude. Anyways, this is what I used to film the majority of my videos. I used to go back and forth. Oh shit, I think I clicked on, oops, I clicked on something. Oh, that's a fucking barcode of the scanner. Anyways, I used this mostly. I don't know if the camcorder app will work, but as you can tell, it ain't gonna work right now. Just my luck. But if we tap the regular camera, it's supposed to work. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to work. But with these Android apps, they don't get updated very often, which is probably one of the reasons why this happens all the time. So the camera app has a little bit of a fit. so to speak. And then this year, I moved on to a high-definition camcorder. This is a digital video camcorder. Pretty much like one of them no-name brands, but it works very well. If it allows me to shoot high-definition video, it doesn't really matter. It works quite all right. The menu, and then everything that is with it. I would actually say that this has a high-definition sensor in it. A lot of the other cheaper camcorders that are on the market today do not have the capability to shoot high def. And the reason why I go high def is because the fact that there is such a demand for it, especially for YouTube. What I like about this camcorder is the fact that it does have a closing sensor, probably a lot better than Millennium Edition 56's piece of crap Vivitar. But it does have a few basic functions. You know, I could set the white balance, etc. You know, basic stuff like that. It does not provide video effects. However, it does provide some exposure settings, white balance settings, ISO settings, you know, just basic stuff you need. And I gotta get out of menu mode to turn this on. And it does have a bright LED for shooting in the dark. Now, when I close this, it shuts off. So, as you can see on the back, it does shut off. So it does have a shut off sensor. Right up here you have your zoom in and out. And then you have a photo button. The photos on this are okay. I mean, not the best. I mean, video quality is better than the photos this thing takes. If I were just going to shoot photos, I just use my cell phone when the app works. But video-wise, this thing shoots very well. Don't really have to worry about, you know, I really don't have to worry about the lack of quality with this. This does have full high definition 1080p. Does have stabilization. Does have 18 times digital zoom. Face detection. 24 megapixels. It's not bad at all. I mean, you know, other Chinese camcorders can be terrible. This one is, you know, okay. It's one of those ones that doesn't disappoint. Memory card goes in here. There's the battery. Just put that back in there. What I have to do is just close it. There we go. And it's also listed. There's tripod mount, stabilizer, etc. pretty decent wrist strap. You don't see decent wrist straps on camcorders these days. I mean, as far as cheap camcorders, that is. I would kind of rate this one in the middle. It's not that bad of a camcorder. It's enough to get you by for just basic YouTube videos. The sensor is actually pretty good in this thing, and it's not overly cheap like them old camcorders you used to get online. But you know, this is kind of the history of my video filming on YouTube. Now, if I were to rate both of the cameras, this one and the other one, this one had a pull-out lens, and this one was actually mediocre. It was okay for the time. This camera's long gone though, but it was okay for the time, and you know, you could see it looks kind of like a webcam kind of a lens, opposed to this guy. This guy has more of a camera lens, as you guys could probably tell. You can kind of see in where the sensor is. But it goes to show that I went from something from this that pulls out, which has kind of a webcam sensor, to something that's actually a little bit better, or actually a lot better than, you know, what I was normally used to filming with. So, going back to the iPod, this thing shoots in 4:3 standard definition video. What you would consider this guy being is a little mini eyesight camera with the microphone in front, like right there. If you put your finger over it, it would probably block any sound that comes out. Pretty sure that this thing is charged fully now. So if we go into, oh yeah, duh, I locked it. So if we go into video camera, you actually see that this is in a 4:3 ratio mode with the bars on the side. Don't get me wrong, the camcorder can do roughly the same thing, but just different sensor wise. And yeah, I used to hold it like this since the camera was so small. So, and then it just takes you back to a standard, I don't know, it just takes you back to a standard iPod menu. But this is what I used to film my videos with. So, anyways guys, that is enough for my rambling. Peace out and practice and enjoy.